Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for your continued love and support here on the channel. And for those of you that are new, welcome. You may also want to check out my main tarot channel, Moon Moth Goddess, where I do also have a bunch of other pick a card readings posted there as well. So today's pick a card reading, we are doing what needs your attention and focus right now, okay? So we're going to be adding in one of these cards to help you with choosing your pile today, but we do have this yellow crystal, not really sure what it is, for pile 1. And then we have this Dalmatian Jasper for pile 2, and then we have a fancy Jasper for pile number 3. And I will give you guys a closer look at the crystals, but if you already know just from looking at the crystal alone which pile you feel the most drawn to, you can go ahead and skip right to the timestamp and it'll take you directly to the reading. For those of you that are feeling called to choose more than one, go with what your intuition is telling you. You can certainly have messages spread across the piles, okay? And I know some of you guys like to listen to all of them and then just see which one fits the best. Whatever your process is, okay, whatever works for you. So let's see. All right, so let's get something for pile number 1. Pile 1, what needs your attention and focus right now? What needs your attention and focus? Okay, so we have melanosis or darkening. That is going to be pile 1. And the card is number 12. All right, that is pile 1's card. Let's see something for pile 2. Pile 2, what needs your attention and focus right now? For pile 2, what needs your attention and focus? We have Saturn, and that is card number 7. Card number 7 and Saturn with the Dalmatian Jasper for pile 2. Okay. And pile 3, let's see what we have for you. What needs your attention and focus right now? We have coagulation. And this one is really going to test my skills. This is 50, 60, 66, okay, for number 3. And that is with this fancy Jasper, which is like a very dark blue-green. With coagulation. Number 66. All right. So those are the choices for today. What needs your attention and focus right now? So we'll start off with this message, and we are going to be using some of the message cards that I've created just to kind of dig into things a little bit deeper about specifics. So we're going to use those today, okay, to see whatever this is that Spirit is wanting you to focus on, what needs your attention. All right, so pile 1 again with darkening and the yellow crystal. Pile 2 with Saturn and the Dalmatian Jasper. Pile number 3 with coagulation and the fancy Jasper. Timestamps are down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with the darkening card, okay, this is going to be your reading today. So we're finding out what needs your attention and focus right now. And I am going to start off with the message with this card. This is from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. Okay, so we'll start off with this. So this card talks about depth, readiness, and something that is churning. It says in alchemy, okay, darkness is an achievement. It indicates the material has been through a significant occurrence, sometimes called an initiatory experience, that has brought it into a state of readiness for the work. The darkness prepares us. We've moved beyond the small talk and chit-chat of the upper world and descended into the psychic layers of the soul. We admit who we are, fully and bravely, and thus open ourselves to the process of transformation. When this card appears, it's not necessary to delve into what brought you here. The initiation, likely by fire, that has caused the embers to char. Rather, it's time to heal, and darkness is the remedy. Closing your eyes is a voluntary expression of darkening. By practicing it daily, we drop into the depths and surrender. As the alchemist's eye adjusts, transformation begins. Okay, so this may look like for you just kind of spending some time in stillness. So I do feel like what Spirit is wanting you to do at this time, and this may be something that's kind of helping you to focus maybe on what needs your attention, is to reflect inwards. Turn that gaze inwards. Okay? Into connecting in with the self, to maybe be something to help you to look at what needs to be healed, what needs to be transformed, what does need your attention at this time. So Spirit kind of encouraging, you know, with where you're at right now, okay, to take a look at that. So let's get a little bit more. And like I said, I want to start off a little bit differently today. I'm going to start with pulling these, which are the ones that I just kind of handwritten myself. But this, you know, a lot of these messages that are on these cards aren't really something that are available on Oracle cards that you can purchase. But, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll change it or turn it into something that other people can use to help to add clarity, you know, to readings and stuff like that. But let's see, let's get in here and see what needs your attention. We'll see the major things that Spirit is kind of bringing through here. And then we'll pull some tarot and kind of further clarify things as things kind of come up here. All right, so Spirit, for pile number 1, what needs their attention and focus right now? For pile 1, Spirit, what needs their attention and focus right now? For pile 1, what needs their attention and focus right now? Recharge your energy, okay. And that recharging, right, can certainly be something that you do through meditation, stillness, resting, sleeping, right? Recharging. What needs your attention and focus right now? So maybe for some of you, this looks like self-care. Maybe this looks like taking a break, taking a pause, so that you are able to see, right, what it is that needs your attention. Okay, look at that. We got career stagnancy. Okay, so maybe for some of you, the two of these are related. Are you feeling drained? Are you feeling maybe a lack of motivation? Are you feeling burnout, creative blocks? So for some of you, these might be related. We'll get into that a little bit more, but I want to see what else is coming through here. What needs your attention and focus right now? Create a plan. Okay. So especially for those of you where you feel like things are a little stagnant, right? And if we're needing to create some type of a plan to get out of that place of stagnancy, we need to just kind of take a pause. We need to rest. To be able to maybe devise a plan, think about what steps we need to take in order to shift out of that place of stagnancy, which for some of you might look like not moving ahead, right, with an idea that you have. Maybe it's having the ideas, but then needing to say, okay, well, what is the plan? How am I going to bring this vision or this plan to life? Okay. Like I said, we'll look at this a little bit more. I'm going to pull one more. Let's see what else. What needs your attention and focus right now? Pile 1. Acknowledge how far you've come. And we can also do that, again, through taking a pause. Okay. Maybe with the place that you're at, say, in your career right now, right? If we look at where we were in the past, the steps that we had to take in order to get to where we are right now, for some of you, you might already have achieved, right, a certain goal, and maybe now it's time to create new goals, a new vision. So I feel like this is kind of where this is important to kind of honor that period. It kind of reminds me a lot of like the moon cycles, honoring that period of the rest. And the same thing, right, that happens with the seasons, where there is the springtime where new seeds are beginning to bloom, right? Seeds, the little seedlings are coming out into the summer months, right? Or for us here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's warm, and we're able to see things fully grow, fully develop, or thriving, right, as we're nurturing. And then into the fall where we're able to harvest and reap the reward of all of that hard work that we put into something. And then the season of winter, in which everything is still, new seeds are being planted, right, ready to prepare to bloom again. So in a way, you can kind of look at these cycles for yourself, honoring these periods of rest and of work and of planning. And so I do feel like Spirit's wanting you to take some time to acknowledge, right, where you've been in the past and where you're at right now. How much time and energy that you've put into where you're at right now. And like I said, maybe for many of you, this means setting a new goal. If you do feel like your career is stagnant, right? Are we just kind of sitting with that? Or what is it? What kind of actions do we need to take in order to get out of that place? Does it mean that we need to change jobs? Does it mean that, if you're an entrepreneur, does this mean that we are maybe creating a new idea, a new plan, a new service, or something that you're offering here that you can provide? Okay, does it mean that we need to start looking for other positions, other jobs that maybe that pay more? Does this mean that we have to go back to school, to get a degree, to maybe get that career, that job that we really want? What is required from us at this time? Okay, but I also feel like it's super important for you to acknowledge everything that you've already done. right? And to be proud of yourself is definitely something. So I'm also seeing change your perspective at the bottom. So maybe some of you, in the way that you're looking at something, maybe if you're looking at it in a negative way, achieving this place of, or being in this place of stagnancy, but not to look at it as so much of a negative, but look at it as kind of like a jumping off point where you have the potential to create that change for yourself through, right? Again, creating some type of plan, a vision, right? Where do you want your career to go? How do you want it to evolve? And what steps are we taking now in order to get there versus sitting in that stagnant energy? And like I said, maybe for some of you, the need for recharging energy is directly related to the career stagnancy because you need a break. You need a rest, right? So how can we incorporate being able to get that rest while still being able to focus, right? Maybe this is even identifying, I am stagnant right now, or I do need to do something to get out of this stagnant energy that I'm in right now. What can I do to shift it? What can I do to change it? Okay, let's see what's under this. Minimize stress for some of you. Maybe this is looking at, maybe say your current workload right now, or other stressors that you might have in your life, a family. How are they affecting your mental health? How are they affecting your emotional well-being, your physical well-being? Okay. Are there certain things here that I kind of feel for some of you with a change of perspective and minimizing stress here? Are you, and I don't want to say this is for all of you, but I know this is a habit that I have, okay? And it's because I, deal with anxiety. And it's kind of like when there's something small, I get into my head and overthink, and it's something that I allow to stress me out because of the way that I'm looking at it. Okay, and I have to constantly kind of correct myself and ground myself and keep my energy grounded because I do have anxiety. And I know a lot of you guys do too, but sometimes it's we're stressing ourselves out, okay, with our own thoughts here, stressing about something that we don't need to stress about. Okay, so some of you might resonate with that as well. We have your intuition and your inner knowing, and then we have something amazing is coming your way. So maybe, for some of you, this is Spirit trying to help you to get into alignment, okay, to create a plan, create your vision, change your perspective about being able to achieve that. Like I said, I am feeling like Spirit is wanting you to take some time to just rest, recharge in that space while you're connecting in with your own intuition. This is where we get clear guidance, even if it's just a little bit, okay? Even if just a little bit, we got a little bit of light shed, a little bit of clarity. And I feel like that is something that's very helpful. But yes, certainly for those of you that are, you've got family stuff going on, maybe there's stress at work. Is your workplace stressing you out? Is your workload stressing you out? Can we change things up? Right? How can we change things up a little bit? So Spirit is saying here, change your perspective. So I think I want to look at these. I feel like I want to ask Spirit first, why is it important for you to acknowledge I feel like that's kind of a given there, right? Why is it important for you to acknowledge how far you've come? Let's start with that. Why is it important for pile 1 to acknowledge how far they've come? Why? We have the Strength card in reverse. Some of you could be dealing with fears right now, okay, about that next step, about your path moving forward. And I feel like with this, it's like Spirit's like telling you, like, you've already been here. You've already been here in the past. You've already been at this point. And look where you're at right now. you were able to move past and beyond those fears and to be confident in yourself and brave and take whatever risks you've needed to get to where you're at right now, right? And I feel like this is kind of, it reminds me, I don't even remember what deck it is, but there's a card in one deck, and it's talking about kind of going back into the beginner's mind. Going back into the beginner's mind, and I don't remember which deck it is. But, you know, sometimes we forget. We come along and we go and we go and we go. And then we have like this next big step or this next thing that we're going to do. And then we go back to being afraid, being scared, fear getting in the way. And Spirit's like, you've already done this. You've already done this. Because you facing your fears was important for you to get to where you're at right now. Right? So it's important for you to acknowledge, yes, how far you've come, because once upon a time you had those fears. Right? You've had those fears and you pushed past them. So I feel like this is really about you kind of digging deep. And maybe for some of you in that process of looking within the self, right? We can see where is this fear coming from? How can we address it? How can we move past it? Okay, so that's what Spirit's saying here. We've got the Strength card in reverse. So why is it important for you to acknowledge how far you've come? The Star, okay? So the Star, not only is this helping you to address and heal the fears that you have, but the Star is about destiny. It's about wish fulfillment, trust, faith, belief, hope, remaining optimistic. Okay? Because once we start to shift and change into being pessimistic about things and losing faith in ourselves or in the divine, okay? For many of you, I feel like, you know, in a way, this is kind of spirit encouraging you to keep going. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Okay? For many of you, I feel like this is merely kind of like this kind of like this pit stop along the way with you aligning with your destiny. Okay. All right, so that is that. Let's put this up here. You know, and I feel like with the Star energy here too, it's really about you believing in yourself and about making your dreams come true, your wishes come true. Okay, so let's see what this energy is around your career stagnancy. So let's ask Spirit, why is it important for you to address this career stagnancy for you? Why? Why is this important for pile number 1 to address this career stagnancy? The Justice card in reverse. Okay. Okay, so when I look at this with the Justice card coming out with, in reverse, coming out with the Empress, I almost kind of feel, for some of you, I feel like, you know, I want to say those of you that have this strong connection with a strong and playful and kind of like when your spirit team is trying to like whip you into shape and keep you accountable. Okay, when I look at this with the career stagnancy and when I'm asking why this is important, is almost because in a way your spirit team or ancestors are saying you can do better. Okay, you can do better. Meaning that, and it's not to say that what you're doing right now is not good enough and that it's not appreciated, not valued, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that we've got the Empress here. The Empress is all about creation, about fertility. And in a way, it's kind of like this stagnancy, whatever the reasons for which you're stagnant right now. It's like Spirit is pointing out here, you are the Empress. You are the Empress. You are the creator here. You have the ability to birth ideas, abundance, love, whatever it is. And so in a way, with justice in reverse, this is an injustice. So it could be maybe the career that you have, okay? Or the job that you have is, for some of you, it might resonate that you feel like this job doesn't serve my highest good. This career doesn't serve my highest good. This doesn't do my skills justice. You know, this job doesn't allow me to be creative in the way that I want to. This job doesn't allow me to use XYZ skills in the way that I want to. You know? So it's almost, I feel like Spirit's saying you've got more in you. You've got a lot more in you that maybe you haven't discovered yet. For some of you, it's almost like your talents and your skills, your gifts, okay? You're not putting them to full use. You're not, I feel like this is more or less a need for truly like stepping into your power here, okay? As the Empress. So some of you, yes, there might be a job that you're at right now, and maybe you're not being paid your worth. You're not being paid what you are capable of as the Empress here. Okay, maybe this is saying, okay, this company only pays me this much, or they don't truly value what I bring to the table. Right? This is kind of, in a way, it's doing a disservice to you. So I see the Empress as you truly shining your brightest. Okay? Leveling up for some of you. Leveling the career up, because you're the Empress here. You have the power to do so. Why is this, let's see, why is this important for you? Or a need for you to pay attention here? Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, some of you, I feel like you're needing to explore other ideas to further nurture your career. Okay. Open yourself up to other ideas. And maybe for some of you, it's having a little bit of some creative blocks here. In which case, if that is the case, okay, we have the Empress here, which is about nurturing ideas. Maybe this means clearing blockages within your feminine energy. And I feel like the best way that you can help to get creative blocks out is by starting with something small that's creative. Okay? Doesn't have to be a huge, big thing that you do and put so much pressure and stress on yourself, but you can start with something small. Okay? Maybe it's a little project that you do, you know, at home, or yeah, but I just feel like in some regard here, this is Spirit saying, some of you, the current career here may not be being fair to you. Okay? With the skills that you truly have, what you're capable of, what your spirit team sees you are capable of. You could be undervaluing yourself. You could be, like I said, I kind of feel like doing yourself a disservice. It's like Spirit saying you are meant for greater. You're meant for better. Almost like Spirit saying to you, set your sights higher. Set that vision higher. Okay? And like I said, I don't want to say that what you're doing is not good enough and it's, you know, your spirit team and ancestors are like, you know, what a waste of time. No. But in order for us to continue to nurture the career, okay, in this case, we have created a plan here. There's some type of imbalance here though too. I think I want to look at that. Let's look at this Justice card in reverse. Okay. So we've got the King of Cups in reverse. Six of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. And I feel like for some of you, okay, this won't be for all anybody. I feel like this is a super specific message here. Some of you, there could be something that's affecting you. I feel like emotionally. Okay, and it could be something that you have suppressed. Some of you, your emotions with the King of Cups in reverse here. This can be an imbalance in your emotions. Okay? Whether that means you could be dealing with a little bit of depression, or you're just feeling like you're on an emotional roller coaster. Maybe with certain things. Maybe, like, again, we've got stress here. Okay? So what this is saying to me here, because we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords energy is about escapism. Okay? So some of you could be trying to escape some uncomfortable feelings and emotions that you've not healed, that you've not dealt with. In which case, going back to the darkening here, I feel like it's almost like something is festering. Right? There's something festering here. And with that Seven of Swords, maybe that you've been avoiding, that you've been running away from. And as a result of that, it's creating underlying insecurities that you could have, maybe surrounding your career. It could be manifesting as feeling like a little scatterbrained, kind of thinking that we have so many ideas, because this can be when we have a lot of disorganized thoughts. Maybe our mind is all over the place. Maybe we're thinking, oh, I can do this, and then I want to do that, and then I want to do over here, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And it's kind of like we need to really work towards grounding ourselves. Okay? Sorting through these thoughts or fears or insecurities. And for some of you, like I said, there might be some underlying emotions, maybe that you've not been able to express. Maybe it is a source of stress or a person or a situation that you've not spoke on, that you've not said, that it's kind of bothering you. So again, this starts to affect our own energy, right? Because it's energy that we're holding on to, that we're suppressing. And it could start to make you have fears, insecurities. So some of you might have some type of imbalance here, okay? And there's a need for stabilizing the emotions. And again, this is going back into that darkening energy where you're needing to address, right? Address feelings, emotions, no matter what they are. It could be about anything. But it's almost like these underlying feelings and these emotions and the thoughts that may be associated with them could be something that is throwing your energy off a little bit. Okay? So we have the Six of Swords energy here, which is about detachment. It's about moving away from people, situations. Maybe for some of you with the Justice card in reverse, this is people that are not treating you fairly. People that are lying. People that don't have your highest good you know, don't have your best interests at heart. People that are creating drama, negativity in your life, and a need for you to distance yourself away from. It's almost like not allowing that external energy to affect, when I feel like for some of you it has. Okay? So this may be, again, a need for paying some close attention to how you're feeling, where your thoughts are at, checking in with the self. Okay? Especially if you're, you know, some of you might also be super hardworking too here, both with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. But I also feel like it's important for you to keep your energy stable, your energy secure here. Okay, so I want to ask Spirit, how can you... Now, I will say some of you could have some shady people around you. Okay, that might be something to watch out for here as well. Maybe any bosses, co-workers, because the Seven of Swords can also be about, like, stealing ideas. Stealing ideas. I'm also feeling a need for you to protect your energy. Okay? Protect your energy, protect your ideas. Don't tell people all your plans, all your business. Okay, so let's look at the energy here surrounding creating a plan. Why is this important for you? Yes, I love it. We have the Emperor here. I'm going to move this up here. We've got the Emperor. The Emperor is about a solid foundation. A solid foundation of which to build upon. It's also about taking decisive action, being confident. We have the Ten of Cups energy in reverse. Yeah, because I feel like with the Ten of Cups energy in reverse, this is talking about some type of dissatisfaction, unhappiness that you're feeling, right? So if we're not happy, you know, we can change it. We can change it. And that is by taking action. The Emperor is all about looking at the bigger picture, looking at all the details, laying it all out on the table. Okay, and then we have the Page of Cups energy here, which is a beautiful creative energy. This is you tapping into your infinite creative potential. That's your inner child, who is filled with imagination, with creativity, with all about intuition, and being able to express that. So for some of you, I feel like it's important for you to also connect in with your inner child, because they've got some amazing ideas in there that don't come with fear and doubt and insecurity and all of those things. So it's always important for us to just kind of really connect in with our inner child. Okay, and you can do that again through meditation, through stillness. Okay, so creating a plan, taking decisive action here. Why is this important for you? We're addressing that discontent here. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands is a lot of hard work, a lot of effort that we're putting into something. Let me move this down a little bit. A lot of effort that we're putting in here, you know, and this too, this is when we're nearing close to burnout here. So how can we work smarter, not harder, is one thing that I always think about when I see the Nine of Wands, but it's also telling us that we need rest. Okay, where are we putting all this energy? Why is this also important for you? The Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is putting us in that flow to receive. receive again, right? Especially for those of you that are dealing with stagnancy, and it is something that's affecting your abundance. So the Emperor is a planner. It is all about strategy. Okay? So this is where this is important for you, pile one. Take the rest that you need. Because sometimes when we're feeling like this, and we're like, okay, yeah, I've been putting out all this work, and I'm tired, but we're stagnant right now. What am I going to do to change? Well, the first thing is Spirit's saying, recharge your energy first. Because you're running on fumes here. Right? And sometimes this work that we do with the Nine of Wands is something that we do to ourselves. Okay? We take on a lot. We got a lot on our plate. We're busy and we're doing and doing and going and doing. And that's where Spirit is saying it's important for you to acknowledge how far you've come. Look at all this work. Look at all that you've already built, already that you've been able to create here. Right? But we might be back at that place for some of you where we've got that next big step and the fear is starting to trickle in again. The disorganized thinking and thoughts and scattered all over the place, and it's throwing us out of alignment, out of balance. Okay? So Six of Swords is a need for us to move away from people, situations, ways of thinking that are creating chaotic energy in our life, and moving towards, with the Six of Swords, calmer energy. And we can first start within the self, right? Stabilizing our own energy, our own emotions. And if there's someone in your life that is creating an imbalance, and you know it's throwing your energy off, okay, again, this is where maybe we need boundaries with certain people. Maybe we're needing to move away or distance ourselves from certain people or situations. Like I said earlier, protecting your energy. Okay. So, okay, now let's just ask Spirit straight out. Anything else here, but this career thing is a big thing that came through for you today, and creating a plan. So that means for you, pile one, taking a break, taking a rest, maybe getting out pen and paper. Okay? Writing something down, thinking about what you want your career to look like moving forward, and what steps we need to take, even if they're little ones, in order to help us to achieve, say, that next goal. Okay? Of course, the fear is going to be there because this might mean change for you. This might mean stepping outside of your comfort zone. But Spirit's saying here, you've already been there, done that. Believe in yourself. Don't lose faith in yourself, pile one. Okay? Fully step into your power here. Like I said, you're the Empress. I mean, and we have both the Empress and the Emperor. We need both of these energies, right? Because this is our inner feminine and masculine energies. We need both of them to work in tandem, right? In order for us to really keep ourselves open. We've got the feminine energy, which is nurturing all of those ideas and plans and bringing to life these ideas. And then the masculine energy that is, okay, well, what's the action behind it? How do I make this happen? What do I need? What steps do I need to do? This is us being confident in ourselves to get it done. And that's what the Emperor does, gets it done. Okay? Maybe this means working on your self-confidence for some of you, especially with the Strength card in reverse. Getting control over the fear, okay, can be another thing, because the Strength card is also talking about our ego, right? And sometimes the ego can be a little crazy. Sometimes when it's unhealthy aspects of the ego that are blocking us, right? Where we end up, our own fear ends up blocking us. So maybe for some of you, this is really looking in and say, where is this fear coming from? Is it a fear of failure? Because Spirit's saying here, look at how far you've come already. Okay. Let's see. let's get any last messages that you need to hear. Pile number 1. What needs your attention and focus right now? And to me, this is like, what needs your attention is you. Your innermost self, your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, right? Your emotional well-being, your mental well-being. We're grounding that, we're stabilizing that so that we're able to function, right, in these two energies in a way that's productive to help us to get out of that place of stagnancy. Okay? Face the fears that we have, create a plan, tap into our infinite potential, and believe that we can create it. We have the power to manifest it. So anything else for pile number 1, Spirit? And maybe that simply means for some of you, changing your perspective. Okay? Anything else for pile number 1? 6 of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Tower. Yeah. So some of you could be holding on to something emotionally. Okay? And it could be about, I don't know, many different things. The 6 of Cups is talking about nostalgia. It's talking about the past. It's talking about childhood. Some of you may be needing to express feelings, emotions that are pent up here. Okay? Releasing with the Tower. This could be having an epiphany or even a realization that you discover in that spending time, right? Reflecting within about what feelings and emotions might be suppressed there. Shedding light upon them, allowing yourself to release them. Okay? There's certain attachments to certain people, situations. I mean, this could even be addressing inner childhood wounds. Releasing that. Okay? Could be something for you here as well. I am feeling it's also important for you to surround yourself with people that are loving, that are supportive, that are like-minded. Okay? Okay, that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1. Actually, let me pull some of these and see, because I forgot to use these. Anything else for pile number 1, Spirit? Anything else for pile number 1 that they need to hear? We have emotional upheaval. Okay, so we're definitely seeing that here. So certainly a need for bringing the emotions into balance, because our emotions can definitely throw us out of balance. Okay? I mean, it could even be past stuff that's coming up here that's just like, oh my goodness, why is this coming up right now? It's making me feel like I'm all over the place and I don't like it, but it's a need for us to address it nonetheless. Okay? We have the shadow self. So some of you, this is a need for, again, like this darkening here is talking about addressing the shadow. Okay? It could even be that there's certain aspects of your shadow self that are wanting to be seen, wanting to emerge here. You know, especially with how this relates to career stagnancy. Our shadow self can certainly be certain parts of ourself that we have denied, that we have ignored, that we've suppressed. Okay? So like I said, I don't feel like in any way that your spirit team is telling you that you're not good enough or, you know, anything like that. It's more or less, it's like that spirit sees you have so much potential. It's time for you to step up into that and claim it. Okay? And through that process of self-discovery, that you look within your shadow and you remember those parts of yourself that are creative, that are inspiring, that are confident. Okay? And letting all of those parts of yourself shine, right? This is like fully digging deep here. We have observe, don't absorb. And I feel like that's more advice for you here too. Pile 1. Okay? Because there could be a whole lot of stuff right? Going on at work, at home, with friends, with family members. And this is Spirit saying, observe, right? What is happening, what is going on. Don't absorb that energy. Even if it's a person who's throwing out a nasty attitude at you at work, or a family member who's on your nerves or whatever. I mean, it could even be a partner, okay? a spouse or a person. Don't allow that energy to affect you. Observe what it is, what's going on, how you need to address it. But don't absorb all of that, maybe for some of you, negative energy. Okay? Observe the emotions also that come up for you, because sometimes it's our own emotions, right? This observing, why are they coming up right now? What is it that I need to address within these feelings and these emotions? But don't absorb and kind of get yourself sucked into, you know, maybe some type of situation that is creating a lot of, maybe for some of you, unnecessary stress for you. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 1. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with the Dalmatian, Jasper, and the Saturn card. Okay, number 7. So I'm going to start off your reading today with reading the message for this card, which is from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. Okay, so then we're going to, I'm having like a forgetful moment right now. But what we're going to do today is we're going to use some of the message cards that I created just to kind of help to provide and kind of get like direct, straight to the point with Spirit about certain things. And I have these cards too that we're going to be using today. That is going to help us today to look at what needs your attention and your focus. So these are super specific. And then we're going to kind of dig into each of the things that come out here to look a little deeper into it. Okay? But we're going to start off with this. We'll definitely pull some tarot for each of those things that Spirit is bringing up here for you. But we've got Saturn, okay? So Saturn, it says structure, authority, and consequences. It says Saturn is known as the great ruler, the authoritative father, and the structuring force. Limitations, rules, logistics, and laws all fall under Saturn's claim, and they insist on our adherence. Saturn constricts, it corrects, it governs. The force of this planet is mind-bogglingly frustrating, especially for creative types, as it can feel like one limitation after another. Yet its ability to support is unmatched. No creative project can come to be without the Saturnian qualities of commitment, endurance, and steadiness. The tick of the clock reminds us that this planet's steadfast presence, eternally measuring. It's no surprise it's associated with the metal lead and the qualities of density and weight. To embrace Saturn is to embrace the foundation and become one's own central authority. It's not as dull or easy as it sounds. That's Saturn's secret. Okay? So this is what we're starting with, okay? And when I think of, you know, Saturn energy, this is like really about getting things in line, getting in alignment, taking things seriously, right? In life, and needing to really kind of buckle down and focus, okay, with whatever this is that you've got going on. So let's pull some cards here and see what needs your attention and focus. What needs your attention and focus? Pile 2. What needs your attention and focus? Pile number 2. Okay, we have be honest with yourself. Okay, so I would say for each of you, of course, it's going to be different. Okay, with what is the first thing that comes to your mind with Spirit saying that. Maybe it's a situation you've got going on in your life. Maybe it's about how you're currently feeling about something or someone, where Spirit is saying, be honest with yourself. Okay, we'll get a little bit more information with these messages that come through here. What needs your attention and focus right now? Which with the be honest with yourself, to me, this is no more illusions. Okay? No more illusions. No more denial. What else? Okay. So I'm going to take this last one here. We've got pursue your passions. Pursue your passions. What needs your attention and focus? Pile 2. What needs your attention and focus? For pile 2, Spirit, what needs their attention and focus? Okay, illusions, not seeing clearly. That's why Spirit is saying here. We're going to see a little bit more about what this is about. Illusions. What needs your attention and focus right now? Friendships. Okay, for some of you, this is about friendships. Friendships. For some of you, certainly platonic ones. Okay, so we're going to start opening this up here. And I feel like we're going to start with this, be honest with yourself and not seeing some type of illusion here. So first off, I want to see, what is the illusion? What is the illusion that pile number 2 is in? Now, of course, these can be ones that are, you know, that you're involved with another person. It could be your own. Okay. Okay. So what is this illusion that pile number 2 is in? What does this have to do with? I just saw the Ace of Wands. Maybe for some of you it's about a new creative idea that you have. Or potential of something. The Ace of Wands could be about potential. What is the illusion here that pile number 2 is in? Justice in reverse. Something that is not balanced, something that is not fair. And this may be something that's not fair for you, not balanced for you. Oh, okay, that is pretty clear here. For some of you, this, I mean, the devil is an illusion. It's very deceptive. Some of you might have somebody around you that has deceptive energy, or who is emotionally manipulating you, is deceiving you, is lying to you. There could be attachment here, codependency, obsession. Some of you, this might have to do with, another person, okay? Take it how it resonates. Interesting that we have Capricorn energy here with Saturn. And we just had a full moon in Capricorn not that long ago too. So, yeah, some of you, this could also be your own, okay? Especially if there's nobody else around or involved and it's just you. The devil energy can be your own fears that are creating an illusion, okay? Your own doubting yourself, your own emotions that are manipulating you. But for those of you where you have an ongoing situation and this person is lying, this person is being deceptive, this person is treating you unfairly, maybe that is something that you're not seeing. And so this is something that Spirit is really wanting you to address here. Some of you, the devil energy can be something very toxic, okay? For some of you, there's a karmic energy that's here. It could be a karmic contract. And maybe for some of you, that's with a friend. Okay? Could certainly be romantic. I'm going to get a little bit more on this. What is this illusion here, Spirit? That pile number 2. Ooh, the Emperor in reverse. Okay. Some of you, this might be... We've got Libra energy here, Capricorn, Aries, and I'm seeing King of Wands at the bottom. Some of you, this could very well be a person who's, and especially where this is another person, this person could be trying to control you, trying to manipulate you. For some of you, this could be a person who has no intention of actually being in a relationship. Some of you, this might be a third-party situation, okay? A third-party situation. That Spirit is saying this is not, there's something deceptive here. There's an illusion here surrounding maybe this being something stable for you. Yeah, I'm seeing 5 of Pentacles here at the bottom. So some of you, if you are involved in that type of situation, a third-party situation in which the person is, not committing to you and just kind of stringing you along, leading you on, that could be certainly an illusion that you have yourself in that Spirit is wanting you. Be honest with yourself about, okay? It could even be for those of you that are involved in a friends with benefits situation or a situationship in which the person is not meeting your needs. They're shutting you out. This could even be abandonment here. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles energy is when we are feeling desperate. We're in a place of despair. We're in a place of lack or emptiness or void. We're being shut out by somebody. Okay? So, are there certain insecurities that you need to address within yourself? Okay? With holding on to a person or a situation that is not meeting your needs. Okay, person who plays mind games here. Justice in reverse is when there is a person who's for some of you, a person who's lying. Okay, the devil can also be a liar. The Emperor in reverse, not a great energy. It's kind of a shadow energy with the Emperor in reverse. This is a person who's controlling, a person who may kind of assert power or control over you. Now, like I said, for some of you, this might be, if this has nothing to do with somebody else, this can be illusion surrounding your own power, okay? If you're someone who has insecurities, okay? Insecurities, holding on to old belief systems that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you trapped in a place of not being able to progress. Or let's just say if you're somebody who's really wanting to pursue your passions, but this illusion of failure or, low self-esteem, lack of confidence in yourself is something that's keeping you stuck in that illusion of not being able to pursue that, not taking action towards it. Because the Emperor, does require us to be disciplined. And sometimes in order for us to get something done or to pursue a passion here, right, we need discipline. We have to discipline ourselves. We have to commit ourselves. And that's also, right, what the Saturn energy is talking about. Okay, some of you might be in a toxic relationship or a toxic marriage. And this is where Spirit may generally be talking, especially with Saturn energy here, talking about the home. Okay, your home life, your family. Some of you might even have a wound here tied to a masculine energy. Okay. Some of you might have, what do I want to say how this is? A wounded masculine energy, your own wounded masculine energy, and a need for you to be more assertive, a need for you to stand in your power, and to be more confident in yourself. Okay, so whether these illusions are caught up with another person, a situation that you're in, again, this is where Spirit is asking you to be honest with yourself about that situation. And sometimes that's really hard for us to do. Okay, sometimes we just don't see it. It's hard for us to see it because we might have feelings involved, emotions involved. You know, we could be obsessing over a person or a situation. And that obsession being something that's creating an illusion. Okay, so take this, how it resonates here. I'm going to move this up here. Okay, so what are you needing to be honest with yourself about? Let's ask Spirit. What are you needing to be honest with yourself about? Now, some of you, this could be an ex-partner, a person that you had a really toxic relationship with, something that you may have already walked away from, something that you may have already ended. And the attachment to that person that you could have energetically could also be something that is keeping you stuck in a little bit of an unbalanced energy yourself. Affecting your self-esteem, affecting your self-worth. Okay? All right, so what is it that you need to be honest with yourself about? Judgment. Judgment is about making a major decision. What is your soul calling you to do at this time? Because judgment is asking us to look back to our past. Look at the situation we've just gone through. Look at the cycle that we've just gone through. What did we learn from it? How can we then integrate what we've learned moving forward? Let's see. What do you need to be honest with yourself about? For some of you, this may mean answering the call of your soul, literally. You're stepping into alignment with your soul's purpose. And again, with Saturn energy, it's like Spirit saying, we need to get in line. We need to get in alignment. For some of you, you may have been ignoring that call of your soul. Okay? Here's the Page of Wands, which is this beautiful energy here. Pursue your passions. The Page of Wands is a beautiful energy of excitement, of passion, of pursuing a new passion that we have. It's about adventure. It's about exploring. Okay. If you feel also, you know, you're at a job, because that job can even make us feel like that. Okay. Some of you, there could be certain illusions that you have surrounding your friends. Some of you, you could have a circle of friends, because it's also bringing in friendships here. Some of you might have friends that are not really your friends. Okay. So this may be being honest with yourself, like, does this friendship really serve me? Is this friendship toxic? Is it fair? Is it balanced? Is it unjust? Are these people lying? Are these people manipulating me? And I don't want you to be like super paranoid and thinking like, oh my goodness, I can't trust anybody. However, there's a need for discernment here, right? Paying attention to how much, let's just say, you're there for your friends. Are they there for you? Is it a healthy relationship? Is it emotionally supportive? Okay, so that devil can be anything, including addictions, okay, unhealthy patterns of behavior that we have. The devil talks about us overindulging, overdoing it, whether that's spending, right, debt. Let's just say that it's debt, right, and that debt is keeping you feeling like, oh my goodness, I am never going to get out of this. Yes, you can. But what is it going to require? That energy of Saturn. Discipline, focus, organization, right? Getting in line. Okay? Okay, hold on a second. Be honest with yourself. The Judgment card. Yes, some of you are needing to listen to what the soul, your soul's calling is, okay? Because some of you are being called into purpose now at this time. And it is time to explore, okay? Because I feel like by doing so, the Six of Pentacles is by you getting into alignment with what your soul's calling in, your soul's purpose. This is going to open you up to receive from the universe. Some of you may also be needing to release the illusion that you have surrounding receiving from a person who's not giving or won't give you. And you're needing to be honest with yourself about moving on from that, releasing something. Some of you are needing to be honest with yourself about releasing something, someone, and starting down a new path, new direction. And that new direction is going to give you what you need. Right? So maybe being honest with yourself of, am I receiving what I need from whatever situation it is, job, relationship, friendship? Am I receiving what I need from this? Is it better for me to release, walk away, start fresh, start new? Okay. So let's move this up here. Let's now look at, okay, let's see what's going on with your friendships here. Spirit, what do you want to say about Pile 2's friendships? What do you want to say about Pile 2's friendships? Why does this need their attention and focus right now? Six of Wands. This is about appreciation, recognition. The Eight of Cups is here, which is about walking away. So again, to me, this is kind of like you doing an assessment here of the people that you have in your life right now. Do these people value you? Because some of you, I feel like you truly do have some, maybe a shady group of friends here, or a person who maybe is like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting, when I look at this Three of Cups energy here in the Devil, it's kind of like the person who's the ringleader. The person who manipulates everyone else's thoughts. Like a person who, I mean, this person might be someone who's really arrogant, a person who's a little bit of a, I don't even like saying the word, a person who's a little bit of a narcissist, who only thinks about themselves, who puts themselves first, puts their own needs first, aside of your own, whether that's a friend. Some of you could be in a, like I said, third-party situation, friends with benefits situation. Okay. So I feel like Spirit's saying here, does this friend, whatever this friendship connection is, whether it really is just like we're just friends, does it serve you? Does that person acknowledge you? Does that person recognize you? Does that person value you? Do they appreciate you? If not, Eight of Cups. Walk away, right? And I've noticed, you know, kind of across, you know, and myself included, okay? Myself included, with the energies that have certainly been with the big shift that we've got going on all over the whole planet. It's like Spirit comes through, even in the private readings that I do for people, with this energy of us needing to get into alignment. Okay? Needing to see, right? People, situations that are not in alignment for us to finally have that epiphany, that breakthrough, so that we get in alignment. Okay? So this can certainly be moving away from those people, Eight of Cups, from things that are not bringing us fulfillment any longer. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a toxic boss who is manipulating or controlling. Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's a spouse. Okay? I'll leave that open to your input there. Let's see. Why is this important for them with the friendships here, Spirit? Ten of Pentacles. I'm seeing Queen of Swords here at the bottom. So there's something you're not seeing here. Something you're not seeing. The Queen of Swords is about discernment. Some of you might be needing to set better boundaries with people. Be more assertive. Speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Some of you, I feel like there could be this energy here of rejection, of emotional needs not being met. Those of you that are involved in like friends with benefits, situationships, and if the person isn't truly open to, say, like a long-term relationship with you and taking steps towards having that with you, there's a need for you to see that clearly. Okay? Because I kind of have a feeling with, even though Spirits brought out friendships and platonic here, that those of you could be in situationships. Friends with benefits. Okay. And again, this is where Spirit's saying, let's be honest with ourselves. What is it that you're not seeing here? Okay, so let's ask Spirit now, why is it important for you to focus on and pursue your passions? Why is this important? And like I said, for some of you, this is your soul's calling here. Okay? Stepping into alignment with your purpose. Why is it important for you to pursue your passions at this time? Two of Cups, because this is balance. This is harmonious. This is bringing in, I also feel like emotional fulfillment for you, or emotional balance. Why is this important for you? The Lovers and the Five of Swords. Yes, because some of you could be, in fact, self-sabotaging. Okay, self-sabotaging thoughts could be something that are blocking you from following your heart's desire. Okay, many of you, I feel like with the Lover's energy here, are being guided, by being divinely guided towards your passion. Okay, I'm hearing you've got bigger fish to fry from Spirit. You've got bigger fish to fry. Okay. So, what else do I want to look at? Let's ask Spirit, what is the importance of this Saturnian energy here for you? What is the importance? We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. What is the importance here? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Ten of Swords could be overthinking something or bringing something to an end here, ending something. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is us kind of, for some of you, slowing down, taking a good long look. It's being purposeful in how you move forward from here on out. Okay? The Knight of Pentacles is all about commitment and dedication, organization, steady progress moving forward. So if there's anything in your life right now, okay, friendship, romantic, job, anything in your life right now that is not helping you to steadily move forward towards your heart's desire, towards your wish fulfillment, is it time to let it go? Is it time to move on? Is it time to reassess who we're putting our energy into, right? So we've got the Hangman here at the bottom. So for many of you, this can be taking a step back right now, right? Taking a step back. Not trying to force things, right? Certain things with people or situations to happen. The Hangman is about surrender. We're not trying to force or control. But in this Hangman energy, this is also a space where we take a pause. And this is where we receive insight. This is where we receive enlightenment on the path before us, so that we know what step needs to happen next in order for us to get to where we want to be. Okay? So let's pull some of these now. Let's see, for you, pile number 2. What needs your attention and focus right now? What needs your attention and your focus? We have pay attention to your dreams, and we're going to see why, okay? We also have this involves surrender, okay? With the Hangman is right there. Okay, so we also have observe, don't absorb. I'm sorry, you guys, these are hard to see. I don't know why I chose silver, but observe, don't absorb. We also have masculine energy. Spend more time in nature, and also tell your story. So this may be important for some of you where you're needing to speak your truth. Maybe for some of you, your soul's calling is having to do with writing, sharing your story. Doesn't necessarily need to be writing something. Maybe that's a podcast. Maybe it is your own YouTube channel. I don't know. Any way that you feel. So I want to see first. I'm seeing stuck in the past at the bottom, and stability is needed. Okay, for some of you. Stuck in the past, and stability is needed. Okay, let's see. And right, and Saturn is about structure, foundation. Okay, so let's see. Why are you needing to pay attention to your dreams right now? Well, of course, this is the way in which Spirit communicates with us, right? When we're relaxed, we're daydreaming, meditating, not busy thinking and busy all day. And the dream state is a place where Spirit can also communicate with you, right? Important things. Pay attention to your dreams. Why is this important for you? The Seven of Cups. Those are the dreams. But let's see. Why is this important for you? The Moon. This is your subconscious. Okay. So this is why this is important. There could be certain things that are within your subconscious that need to be brought to light. Or certain things that your subconscious is trying to get your attention with. Okay? So if you're noticing, say, like reoccurring dreams, or maybe there's a specific person that keeps popping up in your head, in your dream, and you keep doing that. This is your subconscious way of telling you there's something here that you need to address. And for some of you, it might be an unhealthy attachment, an unhealthy obsession. Let's get a little bit more on that. What else? Why is it important for you to pay attention to your dreams? The Two of Swords. Okay. The Two of Swords is something that your intuition is trying to tell you. Okay. This can also be, the Two of Swords can also be about denial. Okay. It could be something that you are in denial about. Now, this, of course, won't be for all of you, but some of you might be in denial about something or someone, and your intuition could be trying to give you a message here, or something that your subconscious is trying to tell you. Why is it important? The Knight of Wands. Some of you, this could be about a specific person. Some of you, this might be that your intuition is trying to give you messages about something that you're needing to pursue. Okay? Take action towards. All right. This involves surrender. What is this about? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is involving surrounding something that's tangible. Tangible. This is an opportunity. For some of you, there could be a certain thing that's blocked here. What is this? This involves surrender here. Six of Swords. This is something that you're having trouble moving away from. Some of you, there could be something that you're trying to have with someone. Okay, I'm just going to say it could be something that you're trying to have with someone, and it might be being blocked for a reason. Okay. And this is where Spirit's saying this involves surrender. Meaning we cannot force it. Don't try to control it, because that resistance to surrender is what causes us suffering. It's what causes us pain, because we're not willing to let go, right? We've got stuck in the past. Stability is needed. Okay, so that might be a message for some of you. Spend more time in nature, which is going to help you to ground your energy. Okay, what is this about a masculine energy? Now, this could be your own masculine energy or somebody around you. What is this about this masculine energy? The World in reverse with the Page of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this might involve you accepting breadcrumbs from someone. Needing to tie up loose ends with somebody. Close it out, okay? Let it go. Move away from somebody who's breadcrumbing you. Some of you may be needing to let go of maybe, say, like a job. A job that is holding you back, okay? The Page of Pentacles is about working on a new project, planting the seed for something new, which is going to require your masculine energy, taking action, getting it done. Okay? Yeah, some of you, I'm seeing Three of Swords, Death card, and the Page of Cups. Some of you, this could very well be about love and a need for healing and self-love at this time. Okay? I'm seeing the Tower is right underneath that, so this could certainly be about releasing a past person, or, like I said, a situation that you're holding on to right now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 2. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonate with card number 66, Coagulation. We're going to start off with the message with this card, but we're finding out today what needs your attention and focus right now. Okay. So we're going to start off with this message. I am going to be using some of my own cards that I made that have like some very specific messages on them for you guys. So take what fits. If it doesn't quite resonate for you, you know, and other parts of the pile do, only take what resonates. And if you feel, you know, like you want to check out another pile, go ahead and do that. But we have number 66 here, and we're going to read a little bit from the Wild Unknown Alchemy. And we're going to see what this message is about. Okay. So this says solidity, adherence, and stuckness. It says coagulato is the great alchemical operation of Earth. By way of this operation, we experience that which was fluid turning into a solid formation. The formerly disparate ingredients begin adhering together into a fixed and solid unit. The result is visible, reliable, and eventually concrete. When you hear the phrase, "it is finally taking shape," coagulation is underway. The shadow aspect of coagulato is that the elements may have come together without much awareness, and in turn, they become unconsciously attached. Inertia and resentment set in. The parts can no longer separate, even if they wish to. Many long-term relationships have coagulato aspects, a naturally occurring codependency by which both parties feel unseen or unknown as individuals. The work of I can't even say this word anymore. Coagulatio is to experience the merging with other while not losing oneself in the mush. Okay, is to experience the merging with other while not losing oneself. So this may be relevant for you, I feel like in any way, whether it's a romantic partner, a family member, a friend, a coworker that you are choosing to get involved with, right? That you don't lose yourself in that process, but it's also important for you to also speak your truth, right? With that as well. So we're going to see where this is going to go. And as I said, we are going to pull tarot, but I want to start pulling some messages first to just see what Spirit's main focus is for you for this reading today. So what needs your attention and focus right now? And then we'll see how that kind of is going into this coagulation type of energy. Like I said, this could be you involved really with anything or even anyone, because we can look at that as even, say, like a certain job that we have, right? Or we're maybe not, because this is talking about this conscious awareness here. So let's just say that you apply for a job, you get a job, and you're just kind of feeling like, I don't even know if that I really like this job. And you start like maybe not addressing some of, maybe say those concerns that you have. And then later on down the road, now you've been at the job, say for like 5 years, and you're just like, I don't even know if I really like this. Okay. So, I mean, and I can even think about this in a way of even certain parts of the self that you may have even developed along the way that now has just become a part of your energy, right? So we can look at this as many different things. There's many, I feel like, different ways of us perceiving this information of coagulation. So let's see what Spirit's focus is here for you. So what needs your attention and focus right now? And if it's not quite clear, I mean, some of you might already know exactly what that is, And we might go back in and ask for specifics with that, okay? So let's see. What needs your attention and focus? What needs your attention and focus right now? Wow. We have right away. You need a vacation. You need a vacation. We have on the right path. Keep going. What needs your attention and focus right now? What needs your attention and focus right now? Pile number 3. Let's see. Share your story with author. Okay, so some of you might be needing to write something, write a book. What needs your attention and focus right now? Or, I mean, even if you, some of you may be in the middle of writing it, already have written it. Maybe now that next step is publishing, okay? Let's see. What needs your attention and focus right now? Pile number 3. Fulfilling your dreams, okay, is what Spirit is wanting you to focus on. And we also have at the bottom, awaken to the needs of your body. Okay, so especially with the you need a vacation here, some of you, your body can be signaling to you that it needs your love, it needs your attention, it needs nourishment, it needs care, it needs rest, it needs self-love, it needs reassurance, you know, whatever it might be, okay? Also, our body can clue us in to certain things that are going on, right? Sometimes when we hold on to feelings, emotions, thoughts about certain situations that we've gone through, trauma, all of that gets it. And if we're not working towards allowing ourselves to navigate through the difficult feelings, emotions that we have, and we end up suppressing, okay, that energy starts to become trapped in the physical body, and it starts to manifest in different ways, okay? Sometimes it can manifest as body aches. It can affect our muscles, our joints. It can cause autoimmune disorders. It can cause mental health issues. So our body is always giving us some type of indication of something, right? That is happening. There's some type of imbalances in the body. So, you know, for some of you, it could be that your body's asking you to eat better, to eat more, to pay attention to also to what you put into your body. Maybe it's a need for eating less. Maybe it's eating for healthier foods, less junk food, more water, more variety. Okay. Maybe exercise, stretching, right? Different things. Okay, it's learning how to tune into your own body and see what it needs from you. Okay, whether it's your hair or your nails or anything, you know, about yourself. Okay, take time to listen to what your body is telling you about maybe even something that might be going on inside in terms of feelings, emotions, traumas that have to be processed, worked through, things that need to be addressed. Okay? So we're going to start with this. We're going to see where this is going to take us. And like I said, I want to see how... I actually feel like I might start with this, with the coagulation. Okay? Coagulation. All right. Let's actually start with that. And I want to see... We're going to pull some tarot. Okay, so why is coagulation, this energy of coagulation, why is this important for you to focus your attention on right now? Why? Why is this important for you? We have Judgment, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. What? Why is this important? Okay, Four of Swords. Okay, well, we do have Judgment here, and Judgment is about making a major decision, a judgment call. Okay, maybe about a person, about a situation. Judgment can also be about releasing something, letting something go. I almost feel like there's something or someone here that is affecting, for some of you, your mental state. Okay. I feel like I want to clarify Judgment a little bit. Why is Judgment here? The Queen of Swords. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. I feel for some of you, this could very well have to do with something romantic for some of you, because this energy of coagulation, okay, is talking about your, what was that saying again? Your involvement with another person. Okay. What does it say? It's a naturally occurring codependency by which both parties feel unseen or unknown as individuals. The work of coagulation is to experience the merging with other while not losing oneself in the mush. Many long-term relationships have coagulation aspects. They come together, the elements come together without much awareness, and in turn they become unconsciously attached. Inertia and resentment set in. The parts can no longer separate, even if they wish to. So yeah, like I said, I feel like there's many different ways we can look at that, and maybe you'll have to think about how that applies to you. Maybe is it a certain aspect of the self? Is it another person? I feel like there's something that I'm not seeing with this. Let's get a little bit more here. I feel like I'm going to use a different deck here and see where Spirit takes this. Okay, so Spirit, what does this have to do with this coagulation here? What does this have to do with attachment? Attachment. What is this attachment maybe to this person teaching you? Because we have wisdom here. You know, the Queen of Swords energy is about truth. It's about honesty. It's about clarity and discernment. So some of you, this could be an attachment that you have to someone from your past, whether or not it could be a current person that you're dealing with. But I feel for some of you, this is romantic in nature. Because I almost feel for some of you, I almost feel like there's something that you're needing to release here with Judgment. What is it about this attachment, Spirit? The Empress. What is this attachment? Temperance in reverse. It's creating an imbalance. It's creating some type of imbalance here. It's something that needs to be transmuted. I almost feel like with the coagulation here, this is talking about parts that have merged together. And maybe like, you know, this is talking about merging with another. And for those of you, I would say that you're single, right? And you don't really have anything going on here. This can certainly be an attachment that you have to another person. This almost feels like in a way there's a need for cutting ties. Because this attachment to something or someone is something that could potentially be either out of alignment for you, throwing your own energy out of alignment. And for some of you, doesn't even have to do with love. I'm getting this is very specific, okay? Some of you, I'm getting this message as something even deeper. How do I want to explain this? I feel like this is kind of going into a need for detachment from, and I feel for many of you that are resonating with this part, it has to do with mother energy, okay? Your mother line. And this may be for those of you that have an unhealthy relationship to mother, or something within your own feminine energy. Because I feel for some of you, in a way, this is kind of affecting you in that it's throwing your own energy off balance, out of balance. Some of you are needing to connect in through healing and reconnecting with your feminine energy, through nurturing. Okay, through nurturing the self. Some of you might have an attachment to a person who has really hurt you. Okay. A situation that hurt you with a person from the past, and still holding on to that person as an attachment. It could, for some of you, be creating a very guarded, defensive type of energy about you, in which Spirit is wanting you to, I feel like, open up more in terms of your heart. Okay, so it kind of makes me feel like that there's a need for allowing for vulnerability. Some of you may have a mother wound, okay? Some of you might have a mother or a mother figure that how do I want to explain this? I feel like it's kind of like, I'll use the example of saying, let's just say that there is a toxic family kind of cycle down the mother line. Okay? Down the mother line. And it's kind of like when we are kind of enmeshed in those same type of energies. Maybe it's the belief systems, or it's the examples, right, that were given to us. There's a need for you to look at what from that connection is needing to be released. Okay, like let's just say that there's a toxic mom and she has raised, we'll just say her daughter, okay, a certain way, and this has affected you. Okay, let's just say you, it's affected you. And it's kind of like with the coagulation, it's spirit saying that this attachment between you and this other person, mother and daughter, has been formed in a way where maybe that relationship in its current state is not really serving either one of you. So there's a need for someone here to separate and release ties, things from the past, in order to be able to move forward without allowing that energy to influence. Because I do feel like there's something to be learned here. With wisdom being here, judgment is also about life review, reviewing, something that we've gone through karmically. Now, for some of you, this may not be between mother and daughter and mother and son and something like that, but more or less a partner. I feel like I want to get one more for attachment here. Queen of Cups. Some of you could be allowing your feelings and your emotions to almost cloud your judgment here. And there's a need for moving forward with discernment. What do your cards say? On the right path, share your story. Again, I feel like this is a bigger bigger, yeah, look at that. 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords can talk about victim mentality, self-sabotage, being bullied by another person, being resentful. The 5 of Swords is one of the most challenging cards in the tarot. We can talk about drama, fighting, arguments, negativity, defensiveness, trust issues. 10 of Pentacles has to do with your family line, your legacy here. Okay, some of you, I feel like there's a need for you to take care of who you get yourself emotionally involved with, enmeshed with. Because for some of you, this might be playing out as cycles that have, I almost feel like needing to recognize the cycles. And I do feel for many of you, this specifically has to do with the mother line, okay? Because I almost feel like there's this attachment to, for some of you, a version of the self, an aspect of the self that isn't truly you. That isn't truly you. And I feel like some of you, might already be in a place where you're recognizing and acknowledging certain aspects of yourself. And either, like I said, for some of you, where that it is the relationship between you and mother. For some of you, I feel like it's more or less that you may have had a really difficult mother, okay? A difficult mother, maybe one that was not very loving, not very nurturing. It could have been a mother that was very strict, very detached, cold, which for you as an adult, because there is still this desire for love, for nurturing, it could be causing issues with you clinging onto certain people or partners without first being discerning to make sure that they are the right person. And it could be that we allow ourselves to get easily emotionally attached to someone because we're wanting that love. So some of you, I feel like there's a need for taking time to look at the self, and to take some time to even heal, for some of you, the mindset, the mentality. This could be an attachment to an old mindset that you're holding on to that's become kind of like this naturally occurring part of the self that's not really you, right? Like I said, with this coagulation here, it's talking about when we're merging with another, but I feel like this could almost happen with anything. With a friend, where we end up losing ourselves, certain partners that we lose ourselves in. Where we lose our sense of self, of separateness, of identity, of autonomy. So yeah, I feel like this is a really deep message here. This is for those of you that this is resonating for. There is at the end of the day, there's a need for healing here, okay? Healing the mindset, if those of you that are kind of holding on to anger, to resentment, to pain, to victim mentality, there's a need for nurturing the self. So it's kind of like when we're asking Spirit today, what needs your attention and focus right now? Yourself. Okay, yourself. And there's a need for you to work towards stabilizing and grounding your own energy, because you could certainly be, it almost kind of makes me feel like we're moving through connections with people on autopilot. For some of you, kind of just like on autopilot. There's a need for us to really kind of tap into what your needs are, what your desires are. Because I do feel like through that inner work, through that healing and addressing those wounds that are there, that's where the wisdom is. Because you're taking that time to understand the self and what your needs are. Okay. We're not getting ourselves involved with people emotionally if we're not sure if that person even suits us, or, what is it? I feel like there's a need for more care, more attention here. But I also feel like it's important for you to acknowledge what kind of energy you're also putting outwards. Okay. Now, I will say this. Some of you may be in a toxic relationship, a toxic marriage. A relationship that is not in alignment for you, okay? And you may really love this person. Yeah, for some of you, there could be like a really toxic dynamic here. And I feel like there's definitely a need for seeing that, for acknowledging that. Let's ask Spirit here, what is the wisdom with this? What is the knowledge here, the wisdom with this? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is a new start, a new beginning. The opportunity to start new. Six of Pentacles. This is you receiving what your worth is. It's also about you being open to receive. You being open to receive. Okay. All right. So other than that, we've got your other messages here about what needs your attention and your focus. And I feel like before I do that, I want to ask Spirit if there's anything else that Spirit wants to say about this. So let me pull one of these cards here before I just move on. I want to see. Okay. Anything else that you want to say about this energy of coagulation, Spirit? Anything else that you want to say for pile number 3 about this coagulation? We have mindful with groupthink here. So let's see what that is about. Number 40. Okay, so it says keeping a clear mind. Also hurtful thoughts and groupthink. It says the human mind can be so many things: a prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key, as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. You want to ensure that the seeds you plant will sprout and flourish into the life you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. It's easy to be influenced by others right now too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fear and uncertainty to pollute your mind and your emotions, you will fill yourself up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink, for when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good. Love more love. Gratitude more things to be grateful for. Okay? All right, so we'll leave that there, and let's now get this other stuff in order. Let's see what's going on here. We've got on the right path, keep going. Let's get some information on that. Let's see. What do you need to know about this right now? About being on the right path and to keep going. What do you need to know about this right now? Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I feel like the message here with this Queen of Pentacles energy here, this is about continuing to nurture something. Okay, continue to nurture. To create stability, security. Keep investing your time into nurturing your career or whatever this is that you're putting your time and energy into. I feel like there's a need for letting go of this, what do I want to say? Letting go of the fear of loss, the fear of, or just insecurity altogether. Okay? It's kind of like needing to move away from the insecure thoughts and focus more of your energy towards, I'm working on this, I'm nurturing it, versus focusing on the negatives, okay? On the right path, keep going. Let's get a little bit more. The Ten of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. For some of you, I feel like with this Ten of Wands energy here, that it's important for you to kind of take a look at what you're expending your energy with, because the Ten of Wands can be when we're being weighed down. We're feeling like something is a burden, or, I mean, we could very well be doing this working hard and putting out a lot of effort, you know, to bring something to completion here, whether it's a security, like a financial goal that we have, or, you know, we're trying to work towards our career here. You know, the Knight of Swords is also a very focused energy. It's like us being laser focused. Focus on nurturing here, building, continuing to build. Don't focus your thoughts on the fear of insecurity or the fear of loss, or, you know what I'm saying? Don't focus on that. Focus on the Queen of Pentacles energy. Because even though right now, let's just say if it's your career, right? Even though you're not exactly where you want to be right now in this moment, know that if you continue to focus on building, you're going to get there. Okay? You're going to get there. Release attachment as well, I feel like. Release attachment to what that to what the outcome needs to look like, okay? Of whatever you're working towards. Just continue to work towards building. And I feel like, of course, first and foremost within yourself, right? Security, stability within the self. Focus on that. But also release your attachment to the outcome of like I said, kind of like what the end result is going to be. Just know that you're going to get there, you're going to achieve here. And maybe this is letting go of that need to know exactly how something is going to turn out, or when it's going to turn out. It's focusing kind of like on what we need to do to keep ourselves on the right path. Just keep going, right? Is what Spirit's saying here. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. Yeah. I'm seeing the Lover's energy here and the High Priestess at the bottom. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. The 8 of Pentacles is a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, commitment to building. Okay, that's what your focus is here. I mean, it could be anything that you're working on here. It might even be yourself. It could be a relationship. You know, some of you might be wanting to put your effort in. I would say too, you know, if it has to do with a relationship, of course you want to make sure you're not the only one putting in the work. Okay? There has to be balance here. So if you feel, you know, I need to put more attention and more dedication and commitment to my relationship to create more harmony, do that. But it can't also be one-sided. You and another person have to equally put in that work. And if they are and you're not, you know, it could be you kind of keeping up your side of things. But I feel like more or less this might be for you personally. Okay. I feel like pay close attention to your intuition at this time too, because your intuition is ultimately guiding you throughout this. Your intuition will tell you when to shift, when to change, when to leap, when to, you know what I'm saying? So it's important for you to do that. Okay. Now, we have fulfilling your dreams here. All right, so some of you, as long as you commit yourself to the dream, whatever that dream is, again, you're going to get there. Let's see, what is this energy about, Spirit? Fulfilling your dreams. Why does this need your attention and focus right now? 5 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And I'm seeing the Chariot here at the bottom. You know, with the Chariot energy here too, the Wheel of Fortune, these are major arcana. So the Wheel of Fortune is about going with the flow. It's also about, I feel like for some of you, a need for moving beyond inner conflict that you feel, okay, which could be something that's creating resistance here. And also disappointment, because I feel like with the Chariot here, this is about you having the willpower to succeed, to be successful in what it is that you choose to do, right? But if you kind of get into your head here, and those thoughts are something that kind of sabotage your happiness, there's kind of like this need for you to keep up this willpower, this determination, this focus, this drive within you to move past whatever challenges you might be facing at this time, or any obstacles that might be along your path. Okay? So let's see. You need a vacation is what Spirit's saying. So some of you, I mean, that's a message right there in itself. And you know it, maybe. You know it, that you need it. Okay, so why is this important for you? The need for a vacation. Why is this important? The Hierophant. Ace of Swords in reverse and the 7 of Swords. Okay. You need a vacation. I feel like some of you might be really hard on yourself. Okay? Or for some of you, it could be I almost feel like kind of keeping your... Some of you might be like so... How do I want to say? Like, so focused on, say, work or whatever it is that you're doing here. There's a need to just kind of like break the rules a little bit, in a sense. Like, just allow yourself to do things that you want to do because you want to do them. Okay? And some of you, I feel like with the Hierophant here, you know, you might be like a boss or have a high level position or management or something like that. And it's kind of like, it's just work, work, work all the time. And I feel like the vacation would be something that would help to give you clarity. Maybe for some of you, maybe career advancement. Okay. For some of you, I feel like this is important because, and it needs your focus, is because you might have a lot of thoughts, you might have a lot of ideas that you need some time to kind of sort through, organize. Okay, the Seven of Swords can also be about strategy here. Some of you might be looking for ways to strategize, you know, leveling up in your career. And so if we're wanting to do something like that, it's important for us to take that little break so that we can clear our mind and think clearly about what it is that we desire, what the plan is, maybe think of ideas of ways to make it happen. Okay? Some of you might also be really busy with school, you know, and just kind of needing a little bit of an escape so you can have some clarity. Some of you might be busy with like tests and, you know, all that kind of stuff where Spirit's like, you need to just kind of a little space, a little self-care. Okay? Because I feel like you can kind of get caught up in your own head and your own thoughts here. So maybe some self-love here. It could be something important for you. Okay, so now let's get information about sharing your story. And some of you, I feel like, you know, with us asking today, what needs your attention and focus right now? Some of you do have a story to share. Some of you have natural gifts of writing. Maybe it's speaking. You know, you don't necessarily have to write it. You could speak. You can do, I don't know, a podcast, a TED Talk, your own YouTube channel. Okay. Let's see. What information does Spirit have for you about this? Sharing your story. Why is this important and needs your focus right now? The Five of Cups in reverse. This could be something that helps you to heal, pile 3. Okay. It could also be something that helps to empower you, to build your self-esteem, but through sharing your story. Because it's kind of like you are, I mean, this requires a lot of bravery, you know? And for those of you that maybe are introverts, being very shy, you know, this is kind of something where this is huge for you, right? This is a huge thing for you. So I certainly feel by you feeling with sharing your feelings, okay, some of you, this is a lot of grief, pain, sadness, trauma, okay? By you sharing that, this can be something that truly, where you turn your pain into purpose, okay? And I also feel like this is something very brave of you. For those of you that are feeling called to do this, it's very brave of you, very courageous. Because your action by sharing this story could be something that inspires others, not only with their healing, but also to give voice to their pain, to their trauma. And the King of Wands is all about being a leader and paving your own path. And I feel like that would be something that you're doing as well by sharing that story. Okay. The Eight of Wands. For some of you, this might even be something that allows you to travel, to connect and network with other people. Some of you, this could even be something that provides to you the opportunity to become your own boss, okay? An entrepreneur, where you make writing your creative thing that you do and you're in control of your own money here, okay? So I feel like Spirit, especially for those of you that have been feel called to writing here, I definitely feel, and I'm seeing the Six of Wands here underneath the deck with the Magician, okay? This is super powerful energy. This is you stepping into your power, okay? The Six of Wands is about receiving recognition. It's about being in the spotlight. It's about being successful. So many of you, this is kind of making your presence known through you sharing your story with others. Can, like I said, could be something that helps to also lead and inspire others through your work, through your creative work that you are sharing. Okay? So you're turning that pain into purpose. And some of you might even be going into situations where you mentor others, you guide others. Okay? Could be something important there for you as well. So I want to look at this last thing here for you, pile 3, about awakening to the needs of your body. We're going to ask Spirit here. Okay, I'm also seeing dead end relationship at the bottom too. So this might be a message for some of you. If you're in a dead end relationship and there's something maybe even that your body is telling you, your body's rejecting the person, or you know, you're just kind of having this feeling in your gut, or your mind is not at peace, your mind is not at rest, you're always worried, you're always stressed out. You know, this could be something that you're needing to end with someone as well. Okay. Let's look at, why is it important for you? Why does this need your focus right now? Awakening to the needs of your body. Why does this need your attention and your focus? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Why does this need your attention and focus right now? Seven of Pentacles. Two of Wands and the Star. Okay, well, this is for healing. You know, I feel like the reason why Spirit's bringing this up here for you, why this needs your attention, is because there are certain things, certain emotions that you haven't let go of yet. And I feel like in order for you to be able to move forward, there's a need for addressing what is here. Okay? The Star energy is about renewal. It's about healing. Kind of like this energy of regeneration. Okay? So any plans that you have moving forward, it's almost like Spirit saying this is kind of where you take this pause to assess what self-care you need at this time to help you with moving forward. Almost like Spirit saying we cannot move forward unless we address this first. Okay, for some of you, there could be certain habits that you have, certain vices, certain addictions. For some of you, this can be healing and restoring the body. Okay. A need for healing the body with the Star. Let's see what that Eight of Cups is here. The Ten of Swords. Six of Swords. Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. So some of you, this revolves around being stuck in the past. Okay? Memories of the past. And it could be getting stuck in those cycles of ruminating on something over and over and over again. Replaying things over in your mind again. And sometimes when we get into that rabbit hole of thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, it's kind of like we're not able to progress and move forward. So the awakening that needs to your body is where are your thoughts going? Okay? Some of you might obsess over things. And in a way, if your mind is not at rest, okay, if you don't feel at peace from within the self, there's a need for you to acknowledge that. A need to look deeper within the self, okay, about what's going on, right? Why am I feeling like this? Why do I feel a lack of motivation? Why do I feel depressed? Why do I feel anxious? Why am I dealing with muscle fatigue? Why am I dealing with, like I said, sometimes when we're holding on to stuff, it's like trapped energy in the body, right? And then it starts to affect us and manifest itself into our physical body where it makes us ill, right? We have mental breakdowns. We have autoimmune disorders that just kind of pop up. We have muscle and joint disorders. We've got mental fog. We've got all kinds of stuff, right, that are telling us, but they're all showing us there's something going on within inside that has to be addressed. Okay? So this is you being far more in tune to your body. Okay? Paying attention to subtle cues that your body gives to you. Being more self-aware. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys. Actually, no. I need to add these last messages. Just kidding. Let's see if there's anything else. And I do apologize. I wrote these cards in silver ink, and they're kind of hard to see. At least I can read them, but they might be a little bit hard for you to see on screen, but I will be reading them, so we'll work with it. Okay, so what needs your attention and focus right now? Pile number 3. What needs your attention and your focus right now? Any other messages for pile 3, Spirit? We have the support you need is coming. Okay, so some of you might be needing to hear that, and I think I want to clarify that too. How is that support going to show up for you? We have repeating lessons. So some of you might be noticing that there are certain cycles that are kind of playing out here. We also have resistance, okay? So maybe you're resisting some type of change. I'm seeing at the bottom, do what truly makes you happy, okay? So maybe some of you are resisting what would make you happy. I don't know. You'll have to take it how it resonates. But let's see. Where are you having resistance at? Where is the resistance coming from? The Knight of Pentacles. This may be a need for being more disciplined. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is about steady progress. So slow and steady movement, but at least we're moving. So if you feel like I'm stagnant right now, or I'm not taking action, this requires us to commit ourselves to something, dedicate ourselves to something. Okay, so if we're a procrastinator, if we're, letting fear get in the way, so slow and steady, but we move. Okay, where else? Where is this resistance coming from? The Four of Cups in reverse. So this could certainly be our mood, okay, with the Four of Cups. This can be when we are feeling discontent, unhappy, we're dwelling over things from the past that we no longer have, or that things that were not truly meant for us. It can be when we're being distracted or allowing ourselves to be distracted by other people, other situations, and not focusing, which is what this is as well. The Four of Cups is when we're missing out on opportunities, when we are distracted, when we're not paying attention, right? To maybe certain clues that Spirit's saying or giving us or showing us to make some type of change or to create some type of movement here, and we're missing out. We're just choosing not to do it, right? The Four of Cups can also be about rejection or indifference. Okay, feeling indifferent. Okay, so how is this support that you need? For some of you with the Sun energy here, this could be tied into a Leo. This can also be in the form of abundance for some of you. Okay. How is this support going to show up for you? King of Cups. For some of you, it could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, it could be a person who's very generous. I don't know what this is, but the support you need is coming is what Spirit's saying. It could be a very kind-hearted, gentle soul. Someone who has a very positive, optimistic, beautiful energy about this person. Okay? Very kind heart and soul. Now that might be a romantic partner. That may be a business partner. That might be a friend. It could be a coworker. Anybody that's kind of coming in here. Okay? All right. And then, yes, Spirit is saying, do what truly makes you happy. Let's see what this repeating lessons has to do with for pile 3. Ace of Wands in reverse. What does this have to do with, Spirit? Okay, so this repeating lessons business, I feel like there's a need for you to be open to different perspectives, different ways of thinking, okay? Because I feel for some of you, there could be a little bit of you backing down, not facing the challenges head on, not seeing the potential in, say, something working out a certain way. The Hangman in reverse is kind of like when we're being narrow-minded or single-mindedness, right? We're not open to other ways of thinking about things. It's kind of like we're stuck in one fixed way of thinking. It has to be this way. It's only this way, and that's it. We might not be open to another person's perspective, another person's advice, because we're fixated on only looking at something a certain way. So there's a need for you also to surrender, okay? The Hangman is a need for surrender. It's a need for some of you knowing that sometimes there's certain things we have no control over, okay? We cannot force, we cannot control. So it's kind of surrendering to what is, even though it may not be exactly what we want, but it's just surrendering to that. Okay, and trusting that however things are meant to happen or line up for us, this is the way that Spirit is guiding us in that way. So let's just say it's a relationship situation, especially with the dead-end relationship here, you know, and you keep going over the same lessons over and over and over with the same person, you know, so maybe there's a need for you to set better boundaries with the person. Maybe there's a need for you to open up to a different perspective, maybe to see what the other person's perspective is in order for you to make progress here, in order for you to move ahead, right? Otherwise, we're hitting the roadblock here. We're not able to progress. It's something that becomes a stagnant type of situation. For some of that dead-end relationship might be with a job, okay? With a friendship, with a family member, or a romantic partner, okay? All right, so now we are all set. Pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.